Pakistan's peace offer. Why Bilawal Bhutto's terrorist extradition promise can't be trusted. Bilawal Bhutto offers to extradite Hafiz, Saeed, and Masood, Azhar to India. Talha, Saeed furious. Bilawal Bhutto's extradition remarks spark outrage. Imran Khan's party reacts. Pak open to extraditing terrorists to India. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. Pakistan's peace offer. Why Bilawal Bhutto's terrorist extradition promise can't be trusted. Pakistan's latest overture to India, offering extradition of notorious terrorists like Hafiz, Saeed, and Masood Azhar, has sparked skepticism across the border. But here's where it gets controversial. Can anyone really believe this is a sincere gesture, or is it just another smokescreen? Let's cut through the noise and examine why this pledge rings hollow, especially when history tells a different story. India and Pakistan's relationship is a roller coaster of broken promises. From a 1947 Kashmir invasion to the 2008 Mumbai attacks, Islamabad has repeatedly exploited back-channel diplomacy to lull New Delhi into false hopes, only to strike again. Take the 2016 Pathankot attack, which followed Prime Minister Narendra Modi's surprise Lahore visit, or the 2019 Pulwama bombing, which shattered any illusions of peace. For every olive branch extended, India has found a dagger hidden underneath. The masterminds behind these attacks, terror groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba, and Jaish-e-Mohammed, led by Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar respectively. These outfits have been directly involved in orchestrating chaos, from a 1999 Kargil war to the April 2024 Pahalgam massacre. Yet, Pakistan has consistently shielded them, branding them as freedom fighters while allowing their operations to flourish. Enter Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, Pakistan's former foreign minister. In a sudden policy pivot, he claimed Islamabad is willing to extradite Saeed and Azhar if India agrees to legal cooperation. But this shift feels disingenuous, especially after Bhutto's earlier fiery rhetoric. Just days after India suspended the Indus Waters Treaty, IWT, Bhutto warned, either water will flow in the Indus, or their blood will. Now, he's offering a peace token, and this is the part most people miss. Bhutto has no real authority. He's not in the cabinet, nor part of the military establishment. His comments are likely a pawn move by Pakistan's army to test India's resolve, while retaining the option to backtrack later. So why the sudden shift? Analysts argue it's a calculated distraction. With the IWT in limbo and India vowing to prioritize its own water needs, Pakistan is cornered. By dangling the extradition offer, Islamabad aims to refocus attention away from the Indus dispute. But without concrete actions, like dismantling terror infrastructure or holding those responsible accountable, this overture lacks credibility. Major Gaurav Arya, RETD, a defense analyst, explains, Bhutto's statement is a red herring. If public backlash in Pakistan grows, they'll simply deny his remarks, claiming he's not part of the government. Meanwhile, India's top officials, including Union Home Minister Amit Shah, have made it clear there's no return to the status quo until Pakistan proves its sincerity. Here's the crux. Trust is the ultimate currency in diplomacy, and Pakistan has spent it all. Until it demonstrates irreversible commitment to peace, including handing over terror kingpins and respecting India's sovereignty, the extradition offer will remain a desperate bluff. So what do you think? Is this a genuine attempt at dialogue, or just another political game? Share your views in the comments below. After all, the truth lies in the actions, not? Bilawal Bhutto offers to extradite Hafiz, Saeed, and Masood Azhar to India. Talha, Saeed furious. Have you ever wondered what happens when political figures clash over international security? Well, buckle up because this story is about to get intriguing. Pakistan's former foreign minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari recently made a statement that has set the nation's political circles abuzz. Speaking to Al Jazeera, Bhutto Zardari suggested that Islamabad would not be opposed to the extradition of notorious militants Hafiz, Saeed, and Masood Azhar. This confidence-building measure, as he called it, was met with immediate backlash from Hafiz Saeed's son, Talha Saeed. But here's where it gets controversial. Bhutto Zardari's statement, while seemingly a diplomatic olive branch, could have far-reaching implications for Pakistan's national security and its relations with neighboring India. Is he genuinely trying to build bridges, or is this a calculated move to appease international pressure? According to the National Counterterrorism Authority, NACTA, both Hafiz Saeed and Masood Azhar are on the list of banned individuals. Saeed, the mastermind behind the devastating 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, is currently serving a 33-year sentence for terror financing. Azhar, a UN-designated global terrorist, has been linked to several major attacks in India, including the 2001 Parliament attack, the 2016 Pathankot airbase strike, and the 2019 Pulwama terror attack. But this is the part most people miss. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari's statement raises questions about the efficacy of Pakistan's counterterrorism efforts. While Pakistan has officially banned both LET and JIM, the prosecution of these individuals has been fraught with challenges. Bhutto Zardari himself acknowledged that due to non-compliance from India, it's difficult for Pakistan to prosecute them for cross-border terrorism. And this is where the debate gets interesting. Talha Saeed, Hafiz Saeed's son, vehemently criticized Bhutto Zardari's remarks. He accused the PPP chairman of being unaware of ground realities or promoting the enemy's narrative. Is Saeed's defense of his father a genuine stance or a strategic move to protect his family's interests? This situation highlights the complex web of international relations and national security concerns. If India were to provide concrete evidence that Masood Azhar is on Pakistani soil, would Pakistan arrest him? And if so, what would be the implications for Pakistan's sovereignty and its relationship with India? As the debate continues, we invite you to share your thoughts. Do you believe Bhutto Zardari's statement is a step towards peace, or is it a risky move that could backfire? Let us know in the comments below. Bilawal Bhutto's extradition remarks spark outrage. Imran Khan's party reacts. In a recent twist of diplomatic rhetoric, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari, the chair of Pakistan's People's Party, PPP, has sparked controversy by suggesting that Pakistan could potentially extradite individuals of concern to India as a gesture of goodwill. This statement, made during an interview with Al Jazeera, has drawn sharp criticism from Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI) party, which labeled Bhutto Zardari an immature political child. Bhutto Zardari's proposal came in the context of discussing comprehensive dialogue between Pakistan and India, where terrorism is a critical issue. He mentioned that figures like Hafiz Saeed, the mastermind behind the 2008 Mumbai attacks, and Masood Azhar, leader of the Jaish-e-Mohammed group, could be part of such concessions. Both men are currently facing charges in Pakistan, though their extradition for cross-border terrorism remains a contentious point. Sheikh Waqas Akram, a spokesperson for PTI, vehemently opposed Bhutto Zardari's remarks, arguing that they not only undermine Pakistan's national security narrative, but also embarrass the country on the international stage. Akram questioned the PPP leader's motivations, suggesting that his eagerness to please India might come at the expense of Pakistan's interests and the legacy of Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, the founder of PPP and a staunch advocate for Kashmir. In his defense, Bhutto Zardari highlighted the challenges in prosecuting these individuals for cross-border terrorism, citing India's lack of cooperation in providing necessary evidence and witnesses. He emphasized that if India were more willing to engage in the legal process, extraditing individuals of concern would not be an insurmountable hurdle. This latest exchange underscores the complex and often fraught nature of Pakistan-India relations, where issues of terrorism and extradition remain deeply sensitive. Bhutto Zardari's proposal, while intended as a step towards dialogue, has instead ignited a debate about national sovereignty, diplomatic strategy, and the delicate balance between seeking peace and protecting national interests. And this is the part most people miss. While the political rhetoric heats up, the everyday citizens of both countries continue to bear the brunt of tensions that have simmered for decades. The real question remains, can there ever be a meaningful dialogue that addresses the core concerns of both nations without sacrificing the principles of justice and sovereignty? Pak open to extraditing terrorists to India. Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. In a surprising shift in diplomatic relations, Pakistan's former Foreign Minister Bilawal Bhutto Zardari has openly declared his country's willingness to extradite individuals of concern to India as part of a trust-building initiative, provided New Delhi actively collaborates in the process. But here's the catch. Pakistan insists the ball is firmly in India's court when it comes to tackling high-profile terrorism cases, particularly those involving Lashkar-e-Taiba, leader Hafiz Saeed, and Jaish Mohammed, Jim, Chief Masood Azhar. According to Bilawal, prosecuting these figures for cross-border terrorism has hit a roadblock due to India's alleged non-cooperation. He argues that securing convictions requires India to share critical evidence, allow witnesses to testify in Pakistani courts, and withstand potential counter-accusations, a process he claims India has been reluctant to engage with. If India steps up and works with us, there's no reason extradition can't happen smoothly, Bilawal asserted. Yet his remarks have ignited fresh debate, especially after he labeled India's aggressive counterterrorism stance a dangerous, new abnormal that undermines peace efforts for both nations. Now, here's where things get really contentious. Bilawal doubled down on Pakistan's long-held but disputed claim that Masood Azhar, the mastermind behind numerous attacks on Indian soil, is not even in Pakistan. Instead, he insisted Azhar is currently in Afghanistan, despite India's repeated assertions that he operates freely within Pakistan's borders. For context, Azhar was infamously released from Indian custody in 1999 during a hostage crisis involving an Indian Airlines flight hijack to Kandahar. While Pakistan maintains it has banned both LET and JIM, designating them terrorist groups through its National Counterterrorism Authority, NACTA, India remains skeptical. Hafiz Saeed, the architect of the 2008 Mumbai attacks, is currently serving a 33-year sentence in Pakistan for terror financing, a point Bilawal emphasized to counter claims of inaction. Saeed is absolutely in Pakistani custody, not roaming free, he stressed, while challenging India to provide actionable intelligence on Azhar's whereabouts. If Delhi shares proof he's here, we'll arrest him immediately, Bilawal said, shifting the burden of proof back to India. These statements, made during an Al Jazeera interview, underscore the deep-seated mistrust between the two nations. But here's the million-dollar question. Is Pakistan genuinely committed to combating terrorism, or is this a clever diplomatic maneuver to deflect international pressure? And why does the Azhar case continue to be a sticking point decades later? As tensions simmer, one thing is clear. The fate of extradition talks hinges on mutual cooperation, a prospect that seems as elusive as ever. So, we ask you, do you believe Pakistan's assurances, or is this a case of same story, different day? Share your thoughts below. Let's keep the conversation going. Pakistan's peace offer,